Hello everybody, Humberto here. I'm here to talk about a little bit how the guitar study group will work. We're going to meet bi-weekly on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 a.m. starting on February 14. The format is going to be a small group, I think a maximum of 8 to 10 people. Guitarists, this is particularly catered to guitarists who want to learn about jazz. Now, it's not absolutely necessary that you have, a fairly good experience with jazz. It's really not necessary that you have experience with jazz at all, but it's necessary that you want to learn about it. This can be a really good opportunity for you to start listening to some tunes and start understanding how guitarists approach not only myself, of course I'll be there supporting and providing as much guidance as possible, but it's going to be interesting to see how other guitar players approach all the aspects of jazz, the guitar, like comping or soloing. So our goals with this study group is to, first of all, develop some consistent practice habits, also improve jazz and Brazilian music, improvisational and repertoire skills, learn some efficient practice strategies on the guitar, and we can really take advantage of real-time feedback, not only by me, but by other fellow guitarists in the group. So the sessions will be structured somewhat like this. So we have 2 hours from 9 to 11, and it's going to have 4 main sections. First, we're going to spend maybe 10 minutes or even less warming up, getting some time feel, technique coordination, fingerboard awareness, but also we can work on just tone control and just build a kind of a focused mindset around the tune that we'll be working in the next section. So the next section number 2, probably one of the longest ones, is going to be one that, first of all, we're going to choose one tune per session. I'm going to be breaking down this tune from a harmonic perspective, but also from a guitar perspective, how provide you with a few resources about comping, about soloing. We're also going to talk about form and structure and how to apply that type of form knowledge into our own playing. We're going to talk about common progression, harmonic patterns, melodic aspects of the tune, and what those can bring in terms of ideas, and how can we develop those melodic ideas to create our own improvisation in our solos. Then we're going to go to the next section, which is, I'd like to extract one main concept from the tune, perhaps one improvisational resource, and just work around it. So for example, if it's a tune where the melody emphasizes guide tones, or perhaps arpeggio. So those are some of the things that, in each tune has its obvious thing, but so we'll focus on that and see how we can develop our practice around those concepts so that we can build also, again, solos and comping that are just more informed about the tune itself. And then we can obviously, that's one way to grab one concept out of the tune, try to solidify a practice around it so that we're ready to apply that into other tunes. And then the 4th section is going to be a more open space for questions. The whole thing is going to be very open, and it's not going to be a lecture type of thing, but I want to have one separate, dedicated section to just ask you, what are your challenges with that tune or with the concept that we have worked on in the previous sections, so we can try to finish the session with structured idea of how to practice in the coming weeks. That will also allow me to give you a more personalized guidance, and it's just an opportunity to have some clarification around theory, around how to practice things, perhaps if you have any technical issues, whatever it is. That's a time to just focus on the group, not on the tune anymore, but on the group, see how things are going, and what can each one of us do to get, slightly better in the next coming weeks. Okay, so one more time. Who's this for? This is for guitarists who have already some experience with guitar playing, who know a little bit of theory, who know a little bit about technique, but are not necessarily, or you don't have to necessarily to be very experienced with jazz. The range of level experience that this group allows is actually pretty wide. It's really important to have, beginners in jazz who are just kind of learning, trying to, starting to get those scales under their fingers, trying to understand a few chords. It's an incredible opportunity to start to get to know some tunes with time, with space, with fellow guitarists, with more experienced guitarists around, providing also some support. But it's also a fairly advanced type of approach to the jazz tunes. So if you already got some scales down in your practice, if you already play some jazz tunes, this can be a more focused and advanced type of thing where you can spend dedicated 2 hours over one tune only, and you can adapt that to your practice routine, meaning you can have, since we are meeting bi-weekly, so you will have like 2 weeks to work on one tune and focus on it. In my experience, this is one of the most helpful learning approaches, really, because in the jazz world and the popular music world in general, we're always just playing whatever comes, right? The gig is coming up and we have to play, 10 different tunes. So we'll just make sure we can play it without making, serious mistakes. And that's all the time we have to practice. And we do that again and again and again, and we never really have time to sit down and focus on one tune, focus on one concept, and actually very actively improve on something to try to solidify our playing, right? So this is something I feel like it's really necessary. Every time I do that with that intention in my own practice, I feel like I improve a lot more, and I can start applying those things into that, crazy daily life of a jazz musician in which you have to play, 100 different tunes in 1 month. So anyway, the key principles you should have in mind are one tune at a time. We meet bi-weekly and we work on only one tune. We are prioritizing depth over quantity. So we're looking at one tune, and we're going to go deep in it, and we're going to look at one concept, and we're going to go deep into it. We're going to work on practical application. We're going to actually try it out in the session so that we know where we are with whatever it is that we're working on and what are the next steps. And we're also focusing on community learning. Now, this is not a lecture. I'm not going to be lecturing you, even though I'm going to be on sort of a leading position here, providing support, providing resources. The group itself is actually going to provide a lot more support, to each other. Our number one priority is going to be to focus on long-term growth and learning, right? So this is, again, to me, this is one of the best approaches for actually learning. It's also not just, spending months over one concept and then not really learning repertoire. So it's kind of the middle between two extremes. Like you're just playing repertoire, but you never really focus on anything. Or you're just focused on one very little thing and you're like a perfectionist and you never stop doing that until you can do it with perfection. We're kind of meeting in the middle where we are playing, we are learning new repertoire, but we're actually stopping and focusing on the things that particular tune can provide to us. So if you're interested in the guitar study group, let me know through messaging, telephone, email, whatever it is. You can find my contacts everywhere. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. You can ask me questions at any time. I'm happy to answer them to you. Also, again, this is a limited group. I want to limit it to around 8, but certainly not more than 10 people. So if you want to secure your spot, let me know. And we're going to start our first session on February 14th. See you later.